So welcome to volume 2 of How to Timetable. In this video, we'll have a little look at what you must put on the timetable and where to find those. So for example, you must have your on-air lessons and you must do tasks and the lessons that are taught by you from the course overview. And I'll just show you where to find those, all that information, and how to put that into your timetable. Enjoy.
Essential to your timetabling. The first is this one, which tells you it's the timetable that you download from one school, which is available through the eLearn or on the CSDA homepage. Just log in with your child's miss and you can access this. This shows you when your online lessons are. And it's really essential in timetabling. When you're creating your timetable, and that shows you your time where you can timetable your and your other lessons and your must-do tasks. Speaking of must-do tasks, this is the course overview for semester 1 in 2019. We were in year 3 at the time. This shows you everything else that you need to put into your timetable, starting with down here, the must-do tasks. These are the second thing that you put into the timetable. And I cannot stress this highly enough. You're going to hear me talk about it in almost all of the videos, probably your daily reading. I will talk more sessions in later videos, but let me put it in here. If you have nothing else done during the day, make sure you get your reading done. It's so important. Next, you have your spelling mastery, your weekly writing focus, and daily independent writing, which we don't do because we're online for English, and your Mr. Passport practice. They must go into your timetable. These are daily tasks, well, except for your weekly writing focus, but they must be done. And yeah, the second thing to put into your timetable. Down here we have the recommended tasks. Now, recommended tasks are recommended. They're not mandated. And they're great. Athletics is great. Reading eggs is great. Literacy Planet, Type Tutor, they're fantastic. However, our timetable is pretty full. For me, I find athletics, as much as it's fantastic, we don't get the time. And if we do have the time, it's usually better spent in me actually honing a skill that I know my student has struggled with on air, rather than spending it on a generic program. So we don't do this very often. We do it sometimes, but not very often. So do not get stressed out by the recommended tasks. They're only recommended. If you don't get time, it's not important. The must-do tasks, these are important. Do those. And then up here, we have the third aspect of your timetable. These lessons here they're all taught online. You don't need to worry about those. But down here we have the other lessons. So these will be your e-teachers in the younger grades, perhaps science and HASS. I'm not quite sure what's being taught on air there now. But anything that's not taught on air, you get given the curriculum. That's what you need to timetable in next. So here we have the arts, changing the community. That was due, towards the end of term 1. So you want to timetable all of that in to get that done, obviously before the due date. I also highly recommend, especially when you see down here, we had more than one unit that we had to do. Try and get as much done early in the term as possible so that you can totally start your civics and citizenship here in week 1. There's no reason for you to drag it to week 2. It's much, much better to get started early when the kids are fresh. And if you find the kids are on a roll and you can smash out a couple of lessons in a day, do it. Go for it. Because there are going to be days where you're not on a roll. It's tough. You get half a lesson done. You struggle. If you're ahead, those days are okay. If you're behind, those days where you're just not getting through it, they're going to be so much tougher because you're so much more stressed. So definitely get ahead. And the other aspect of that is when you get down here to, weeks 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, you don't have these extra lessons. You can be spending that revising stuff or, just having fun, enjoying life, enjoying school rather than being stuck on these lessons. So yeah, definitely, if at all possible, get ahead.